Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Do I Look Sick for another episode. This year, 2021, has been rough for a lot of us, but there has been some good, bad, and the ugly. So we're going to start with the good, actually the great. As a whole, Sickle Cell Awareness 365, this is our second year doing the Do I Look Sick podcast. So we are very excited for that, going into our second year or ending our second year doing this podcast. Thank you so much. We've had a lot of great shows. We've talked about sickle cell wellness. We've talked about the sickle cell trait. We've talked about medical marijuana with sickle cell. We've had Dr. Hodge on twice. This year, we were able to actually get him into the studio after doing a virtual episode last year. But we got him in the studio this year. We've had Dr. Z come on. It has just been amazing, the different episodes that we have been able to do this year. So that's awesome, and I thank you guys for continuing to support us. We've been partnering with the Sickle Cell Foundation of Georgia, as we usually do. We help them celebrate their 50th year anniversary. We helped with their conference, their SEC conference, which is not this one, JoJo. Not yet, JoJo. But the Sickle Cell Foundation of Georgia, we helped them with their SEC conference, and we ended it with our 5th annual open mic, but I'll show you pictures a little bit later. We've been helping them continue the transition workshops, which talk to young adults and teens and parents on how to transition into adult care and with the things they need to know as they go into adulthood with sickle cell disease. We have also, of course, still did camp. You guys know how much we love camp, so we were back at camp even though it was virtual. It was really cool. What else have we done? The Mark Thomas Foundation out of Texas, we were able to attend their escape retreat, which is for adults with sickle cell. We hosted arts and craft with their transition and children's camp this year. Even though it's been virtual, we're still able to reach out to Texas and help them out. We have also done the Sickle Cell Consortium. Here we go, JoJo. The Sickle Cell Consortium. So we partner with the consortium, and we were able to host the regional network, which had different cities or different states, to come together in our specific region to share the resources and organizations in these different locations. Hopefully you are able to attend and get to know who's in your region and see what resources are available, and also what you can help with helping organization. The Be Strong group, which is based in South Carolina, they do blood drives every year. So if you are in South Carolina, make sure you find the Be Strong group, Google it, and get in touch with Miss Brenda Green for more information. We also did, with the consortium, the young adult track. So we hosted this young adult track, which, of course, is for young adults with sickle cell disease. We were able to have different sessions. The first day, I think, was that Thursday. We did vision boards and goal setting. They had their poster boards, their markers, and that was a lot of fun. We did financial literacy, which talked about budgeting. We talked about insurance and retirement funds and Social Security and those type of things that young adults need to know going into adulthood. And we also did self-advocacy and boundaries, which talked about self-advocacy and boundaries, how to advocate for yourself and stand firm in those boundaries. We also did a paint and chat, and I was honored with this Jasmine Rivera Beauty Within Sickle Cell Award. So So Jasmine Revere was a sickle cell advocate, and this was the first year that they honored someone with this award, and I just so happened to be the recipient. Everything that I do, it represents Sickle Cell Awareness 365. So Jennifer is always with me. So that was a lot of fun. I thank you, Miss Maria and the Rivera family, for honoring me in the work that I do, as well as Sickle Cell Awareness 365. So the painting chats with the consortium are always fun. I'm talking people through painting, and it's always a specific picture that we use, and giving words of encouragement, and the pictures always mean something. And I love to see the different ways people paint their picture. You know, it's the same exact image, but all the paintings look different, and it's just beautiful to me to see that. So that's always fun. Fun. Let's see. Give me a moment. Oh, we also hosted we did the World Sickle Cell Day on June 19th, where we did another paint and chat, and we participated in the Genotype Jamboree. World Sickle Cell Day is every year on June 19th, and if you ever get the opportunity to tune in for the whole 24 hours, there are different parts of the world, people with sickle cell representing different parts of the world, from Australia to Ghana to just everywhere, and everyone has an hour or two to talk about what they do and just have a good time. The Genotype Jamboree is always so much fun with live music. It's a dance party and some spoken word. So that's always fun. Overall, 2020 has been great, like I said. I have been in school grinding. I re enrolled in Georgia State University, where I attended 10 years ago, and I graduated. With a bachelor's of arts degree in sociology. Uh, when I went to Georgia State 10 years ago, I had to quit because I felt really defeated because of sickle cell. I was in need of a hip replacement. I remember my mom dropping me off at school, and I'm walking around the school on crutches. Like, it was horrible. I was forced to either choose between school or work, and I chose to work. So everything happens for a reason. You know, the pandemic hit, and I really wanted to go back to Georgia State, so I found it a perfect opportunity to re-enroll in January because it was completely virtual. So it just worked out. The timing was perfect. So I grinded it out this year, and I finished, and I'm super duper excited about that. There have been so many opportunities that have opened up to me. I was interning with the Sickle Cell Foundation of Georgia. They've also offered me a new position with them, which is super exciting. I can't wait to really start. Um, I've had I've talked to different pharmaceutical companies that offer me opportunities. Just the blessings are coming in, so it's great. Let's see. We were also able to host our fifth annual open mic, Sick Versus. The Sick Versus was so much fun. This was our fifth year at the Apex Museum. I want to thank Mr. Moore, Mr. Dan Moore, one of our sponsors, for really helping us with hosting our fifth annual open mic, or he's been helping us for the past 3 years. So Mr. Moore has a heart for those in the sickle cell community, and he is just such a blessing, such a big blessing to us, and I cannot wait. He is another one that has offered me some opportunities, so you will see a lot more of Mr. Moore and myself. He likes to stay behind the scenes, but He is an awesome man. If you ever get the chance in downtown Atlanta on the historic Auburn Avenue, make sure that you go to the Apex Museum. It's I can't explain it to you. You just have to experience it. So after the good, it was much more, but it's hard to recap this year because there was so much going on. Um, let's move to the bad. We're gonna wait for the ugly, but let's move a little bit to the bad. So of course, sickle cell is 365, and that's why we are Sickle Cell Awareness 365. So regardless of me um, going back to school, there were issues going on with my family, health related. There were issues going on with Jennifer, me, just all of us. We both have fought this entire year despite sickle cell. I actually, after going an entire year without going into the hospital, I finally went in April of this year, the end of April. So, but it was still good that I was able to prolong the time that I was able to go. So that was a blessing. COVID, of course, is still out, and we're now on the Omarion variant of the COVID. It is, I believe, getting a bit more difficult to navigate. Um, I am boosted up. I am vaccinated. I actually caught COVID the beginning of this month, and that was my first time getting it. I hate to say it like that, but some people have gotten it multiple times, and it's been out so long that, hey. But, and honestly, I've been out even though I've been masked up and sanitized, and even being safe, some people are still getting this virus. So, yeah, we've had to navigate that. Like I said, there were great things to come out of it in the virtual world. So I'm glad we were able to access those type of technologies and things like that that really helped us stay connected despite this pandemic. Sorry. Y'all know we sickle cell and gotta stay hydrated. The sister throat was feeling a little dry. But also, Jennifer has had her issues. She has fought long and hard. She had a couple of things. I can't go into detail, but there were some things over the summer and just her entire year. I hate to say this, but Jennifer passed away. And I want you to check out this video of an example, a clip of the podcast that we did about her experience. I've had a lot of people inboxing me and asking what happened, and I can't go into detail, but Jennifer did share her experience. So take a look.
It's more than just pain for me, which is why I'm always on like my team. Like, we need to be proactive because retroactively, my whole everything could just shut down, and we're trying to figure out what happened. It's too late now.
Right, right. And this is a really good reason as to why your team pretty much has to be A1 and on the same page. I know you talk a lot about your pulmonologist, and he's the GOAT of pulmonary hypertension. I'm calling him the GOAT. But what about, have you found a kidney doctor, a nephrologist, or a cardiologist to work on your heart? And how
So,
is the conversation with everybody going?
so the nephrologist and my pulmonologist work hand in hand because he's actually very difficult to get an appointment with. So a lot of times I'll see my pulmonologist and he'll have the notes that my nephrologist wanted to give me. They work so closely together. that is like seamless. You know, they call each other in the night and talk about my case. They come in, you know, in tandem, or they come in separately, and they're like, okay, this is what's going on, and they're always on the same page. They're always, and if one is like, okay, well, I think we should do this, and the other one's like this, they'll talk it over with me, they'll talk it over with each other, and we'll all come up with a plan.
So that was just a clip of the importance of a super team. Jennifer had an amazing team. I want to thank Dr. Miller, who was her pulmonary hypertension doctor, and just from her conversations with me and what she shared about Dr. Miller, just I call him the GOAT, like I said in the video, because I could tell he really loved Jennifer and wanted the best for her. Um, like I stated, I can't go into detail, but I would suggest that at some time you go and check the entire episode of the Jen Experience, and it would give you an example of just a little bit of what she has experienced. Y'all might be asking why I decided to do this, and Jennifer would not have had it any other way. I wanted to close that year out with the good, bad, and ugly. The ugly is that sickle cell disease does not care what age you are. Jennifer was 38. It does not care if you're black, white, Hispanic. It doesn't matter. It ravages your body and destroys your organs, the kidney, the lungs, the heart, the brain, everything. Anywhere blood can flow can be impacted by sickle cell disease. Just because you guys see me in different stuff in the paint and chat and the genotype jamboree and with the foundation and here and there, it does not mean that I'm not affected by sickle cell. It does not mean that I don't have sickle cell disease. Look, looks can be deceiving, so I manage. I manage as best that I can. Um, I do want to thank anyone who has donated blood. I have never received a blood transfusion, even having sickle cell disease, but I do ask people to donate blood. When you ask me what I need you to donate blood. Even if it's not for me, it's for my sickle cell community. Jennifer was one of those people who needed blood transfusions. So I thank those who have donated blood because it bought us extra time with Jennifer. Us meaning her loved ones, her family, her mom, her sister, her son Dominic. It bought us some extra time with her. Their friends. She was able to have this discussion with me before she passed away. And even though she told me that this would be a reality sooner than later, I did not want to accept it. I would not accept it until it happened, and I was hoping it would still be decades from now. I knew the reality and I knew how severe it was, but just to keep the faith and keep uplifting my sister and my best friend, that's what I did. And I know she was fighting until she couldn't fight no more. If it was left up to Jennifer, she'd still be here. But again, I thank the blood donors who gave us that extra time with Jennifer. It gave me extra time to tell her how much I love her. It gave me extra time to tell her what she meant to me, and vice versa. It gave us time to go to the beach with Sean one more time over the summer for her birthday. She was still giving gifts. Her last gifts to me were a trip to the spa, some herbal tea, and we had lunch at one of her favorite restaurants a couple of weeks ago, the last time I saw her. Her and another friend had purchased a ticket or admission into my favorite spa. Thank you, Dakota. And I told Jennifer that I was going to wait till graduation because I didn't want to do no more papers. I didn't want to do nothing when I took this next staycation, and I always start my staycation off with a spa. It just so happened that Jennifer passed the day after I graduated. Not even a whole 24 hours after I graduated. A little part of me thinks that she held on for that. I don't know. But that's what I believe. But I had already made arrangements for my spa day and staycation, and after the news, it was well deserved. Even before the news, it was well deserved, but it was very much needed after I got the news. Jennifer's spirit was with me the entire day, and I know people tell you, yeah, they're when someone passes, they're in your heart, they're with you in spirit, and sometimes, we just don't want to hear that for selfish reasons. We want those people back, but God knows best. But her spirit was with me. I felt her presence over me all day. I think that's because when Jennifer told me that this was a possibility, I told her straight up, I'm gonna be fucked up. Excuse my language, but that's what I told her. I don't mean it no less than that. So I think that's why her spirit was all over me that day. I think that's what was holding me up on that day. Um, I ended the day though with a smile. She was playing in my heart. Playing in my hair, making shapes and things like that. But I just felt her spirit all over me that day. And I ended that day with a text message from someone who just so happened to share the same birthday as Jennifer. And I had not talked to him in over a year. But I felt comfort in that. And the only way I can explain that type of comfort is it was the dopest black girl magic type of comfort I have ever felt. It was a weight lifted because she's not in pain anymore. She doesn't have sickle cell anymore. She's healed of sickle cell. Like I said before, if it was up to her, she'd still be here fighting. But things would just not be the same. Things will not be the same, but we make adjustments. We had time to still talk, as I said. I made sure she had Sublime Donuts, which is our favorite spot, our favorite donut shop. Jennifer really loved her family. I thank her family for accepting me and my family for accepting her. all of her family back home in Brooklyn, New York, that she would tell me about. Some of the cousins that I've met, they were always open to me. I know that she was a true gem to you guys, and I thank you for sharing her with me. Jennifer told me about some of the things that she was experiencing in the hospital this year, and I felt so helpless. There was things that, from a sickle cell perspective, you don't really share too much with other people because they don't understand. But you know, the deepest, darkest stuff when it comes to sickle cell, and just the things that she's experienced this year, about just all of it. Some of the conversations that we had about this moment, I told her, when you transition, I'm gonna need you to give me a minute before your spirit just comes and start flickering on the lights and start moving stuff around. I'm gonna need you to give me a minute because I'm scary. And the first thing I'm gonna want to do is call you, because I've had that experience before with another friend that passed from sickle cell disease. And I don't remember her answer. No, she said, well, when I send you a sign, you better take note or I'm going to come and flip some stuff over. And I think on the day that she passed, I think she literally gave me 60 seconds because, again, I say she was just with me that whole day. I'm glad we were able to laugh at things, at this, as morbid as it is. I'm glad that we had those conversations. This is a very familiar pain from losing someone with sickle cell disease, by sickle cell disease, and from losing a sister. You guys can call in and leave, well, not leave messages, but we'll take calls. If you want to say something about Jennifer, the phone number is 470-251-4647. That's 470-251-4647. I hope that Jennifer still speaks in my ear on how to answer this phone, because I'm just, I always forget and mess it up. But you can call in and let us know what you felt about Jennifer, what Jennifer meant to you, and anything you need to say. Jennifer also was that person that I could share my dreams with and the things I just want to implement, and she'd be right there with me. She was the other half of my brain. When Doug DeVoe passed away, she was one of those people that I called when Doug visited me and start messing with stuff. But also, when I called her, we automatically knew we wanted to take SCA 365 to another level. There was no discussion that needed to happen, but besides, okay, what's next? Because anytime we lost someone, it just pushed us harder. When we were in DC for Advocacy Day, we roomed with Doug DeVoe and we met Jewel Darbonnet that year. And we were some goofballs. If you've ever been around me and Jennifer, we are some huge goofballs. We are so silly. And Doug just could not handle the goofiness. But Jewel was all for it. And I called us the squad. And it's unfortunate that Jewel, Doug, and now Jennifer is gone. It hurts, but I know they are there. They're still my squad. I know they're looking over me, they're pushing for me. They're aligning things so that SCA 365 continues cuz it's still no days off. Even in that no days off, that still means rest, but it basically means not to give up. Just take breaks. Sickles, this is Do I Look Sick? Who am I speaking to?
This is Antoinette.
Hey, Miss Tony.
How are you?
I'm holding up.
Good.
You on air? Miss
Well,
Tony?
you are doing a great job. I just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you for what you're doing and everything that you're saying about Jennifer is so true. And we've been blessed to have her with us for the length of time that we did.
I agree.
So continue to be strong, fix your faith, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Love you much.
Love you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Miss Tony. Miss Tony is my bonus mom. I cannot imagine my teenage years, even though me and Jennifer met when we were 10 and 11 at Camp New Hope, we did not, we weren't around each other in our teens and really our 20s. But I cannot imagine the handful we would have been for both my mom and her mom. Because we were a mess these past 8 years, so I can't imagine how much of a handful we would have been in our teens and 20s hanging with each other and just being goofy together. If you want to call in, it's 470-251-4647. That's 470-251-4647. Jennifer and her mom came to my family's Christmas celebration one year, and I really don't think they wanted to go home. Most people that come to them Robinsons functions, they don't want to go home, um, but I think they really enjoyed themselves, and my family got to meet Jennifer and her mom. and her son, Dominic. Dominic is a senior in high school, and he needs a lot of love and support right now. The family is doing a GoFundMe to raise money for his education. The link will be shared on my social media, so make sure you are following SCA365 on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you are following Sickle Cell Awareness 365 on Facebook. Instead of flowers, they are asking for you guys to donate to his education fund. He's got college next after he graduates, and I know he's going to continue in honor of his mom, because she would want him to go and be the greatest person that he could be. It's only right. But I am glad Jennifer is not in any pain anymore. I made this video tribute. If we don't have any more calls, we'll do this video tribute. And this tribute is a collection of pictures with her family, her friends, the different activities we've been in as far as advocating, as far as trips that we've taken with our friends, and just everything. So I want to thank our sponsors, Apex Museum, the Kids Stop Daycare and Learning Center, and the Black Professionals Network. Once we showed this picture, I want to take the rest of the time until 7 o'clock, however long that is. I want to take the rest of the time to sit in meditation, deep breathe, say a prayer, moment of silence, all the things. If you want to cry it out, but take that time for Jennifer. Peace out.
CB, yeah. Tonight we on some positive vibes. Once the pain hops inside, we back to feeling alive. Hey, this is sickle celebration, a sickle celebration. On the dance floor, electric sliding. We ain't tryna overdo it, end up catching a crisis. A sickle celebration. This is sickle celebration. It's that big pharmaceutical flow. If FDA approved it, then I'm lyrically dope. Sickle cell causing harm amongst our beautiful folks. Advocate through my music cause I'm pure for the soul. Let's raise a glass, propose a toast to adolescence and adult. Our cause really matter the most, of a testament by staying woke. Can't make this up, think it's a joke, bitch, you can't last all 24 hours walking in each shot. Your pain and roasting, globe is low. If the mood right, it's a good time. Rolling dynamite, talking landmine. Sickle cell SS, stand for seeing signs of improvement, and I made it to C35. Well energized, thanks to Alkaline. Charged up, packing batteries right behind. Pull up on your block, it's a blood drive. We just trying to save, not kill lives. No, viewers discretion, please be advised. I'm maxing out a donate, not to commit a crime. Minus praying, part humans, I'm CB the vampire. Thirsty for a transfusion, don't overload on the iron. This is sickle celebration, a sickle celebration. This is sickle celebration, a sickle celebration. I bought you sickle cell survivor, debuted in 2015. Want something here in silence, so try to mute my community. We deserve our flowers, cause we ain't celebrated enough. Health may be declining, but still fighting, gotta live it up. As me and Sam relation goes, we're still on our couple goals. I may pop the question by bending on one knee and propose. They love the attention so much, why not just give them a show? Any explaining, discussing, confidential, non-disclosed. All up in my feet, hunger satisfied when I drop a post. Waiting on this tea, this ain't London town, we on Eastern Coast. Genotype and stereotypes, yeah, similar diagnose. All that hype get killed outside the grandiose of block it goes. Switch it up to Spanglish, it's Charlie Black, I'm adios.
It'll all be over. It'll all be over.
Stay down, soldier.
It'll all be over.
Don't give up. Keep your head up, bro.
Hold on a little.
It's gonna be alright. Better days ahead. Stay strong.
One of these old days.
Look, got to thinking at a bridge. Like, damn, how I get over this? Trauma through the years, bring me tears to reminisce. Thank God for sanity, cause this'll kill your spirit. Live, young soldier, keep living. Pressure gon' come, how you gon' deal with it? I survived storms, but I swear it wasn't pretty. Cleats to the streets, I need every clinging penny. Blood stains, blood hangs from the IV that stuck to me. I prayed for better days, but still the tears broke levees. Heart felt heavy, still I pressed steady. God body, God got me right here in this position. Everything is mental, big smoothies in the temple. Knowing if I stay focused, I'ma be presidential. Monumental, education is so instrumental. God, please bless the youth. We ain't gon' cry no more. We ain't gon' cry no more. We ain't gon' cry no more. We ain't gon' cry no more.
We ain't gon' cry.
We ain't gon' cry no more. We ain't gon' cry. We ain't gon' cry. We ain't gon' cry. Now, look, no time to cry. Higher consciousness unlock a higher state of mind. My time divine. Years since I consumed swine. Smoking Syndica at Lake Eola while my nephew feeds swines. 1,000 miles away from where the youngins died prime. Way too gifted to let the world steal mine. This little light of mine, I'ma let it shine, it's gon' shine and shine. Then pass the torch to my unborn, as well as my young life. You know that it's thug life, true heroes under God. Make sure you pack your punch right. Healthy living with my siblings, time to get our life right. And we ain't taking no shorts, so much pain, Newport shorts, numb out the hurt. Step on it, baby, and keep God first. I know that this life, it hurts, but one thing it won't get is worse.
God gon' wipe away all your tears.
You gotta pray, keep the faith, and wipe the tears from your
We
face.
ain't gon' cry.
We ain't gon' cry no more. We ain't gon' cry no more. We ain't gon' cry no more. We ain't gon' cry no
I said
more.
we ain't gon' cry.
We ain't gon' cry no more. We ain't gon' cry.
We gon' I said we ain't gon' cry. You sing God's gon' wipe away all our tears.
Keep your head up.
We gon'
Stay strong. Tomorrow's a better day.
I said we ain't gon' cry. It'll all be over.
This for my soldiers.
It'll all be over.
Kaneen Gordon, Cameron
It'll
Sanders,
all be over.
Joelle Darbonet, and Bridget Wright.
One of these.
Deadly combo. Deadly combo. Black Prophet. Charlie Black, AR the Prophet.
AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. Hold up, I don't think they heard me. I said, AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. Hey yo, turn me up a little. We good. AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. It's been long overdue, I know the streets been waiting. Which takes a lot of patience, cause you never rush straight. This one's for the record, but going down history in the making. AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. It's been long overdue, I know the streets been waiting. Which takes a lot of patience, cause you never rush straight. This was for the record, but going down history in the making. First it was Elijah Muhammad, now we the honorable Black Prophet. We been in our bag and out of our feelings, securing all the profit. And going outside, don't know what you hearing, so miss me with that gossip. Staying sucker free from mob shit, let someone get out of pocket. Whoa, we come from different walks of life, but relate to the same cause. Fight and live a fight, laid up behind them hospital walls. They focus like a face, but like syringes sharper than a knife. Take a cookie from the jar, grind it, wrap it in the raw. YBT would stay loyal, no damn miss a prop. Shots to my producers, King Jones, it's a hop. AR with the alley-oop, I threw him up a lot. Far from a corny nigga, I'm the hottest shot of cop. I had to boss up for a check, move my fam up out the jets. Draft some key players in my set, sauce with a blue cheese, that ranch. I am a club member, you a guest. Speak of my name, better put respect. Step up to me, gotta come correct. Fuck who got now, or who got up next? Yeah. AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. It's been long overdue, I know the streets been waiting. Which takes a lot of patience, cause you never rush straight. This was for the record, but going down history in the making. AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. It's been long overdue, I know the streets been waiting. Which takes a lot of patience, cause you never rush straight. This was for the record, but going down history in the making.
AR the Prophet, Charlie Black. Black Prophet, that's a fact. Going down in history, and it's a fact. It's a deadly combo, niggas know that. Prophet, that's a fact. Black Prophet, from the bottom of the map. It's Atlanta, Georgia to Florida. We up in them waters, it's somber. Black Prophet, that's a fact. Deadly combination, y'all got it at. They ain't ready for that shit, Charlie Black. Let's give it to him, bro. Welcome. Black Prophet. Yeah. Two young brothers from the same struggle, from the same blood, from the same mud. Black Prophet, that's a fact. AR and Charlie Black, boy, that's some crack. Black Prophet, now that's a fact. AR and Charlie Black, boy, we back to back. Black Prophet, it's a deadly combo. I know. Deadly combo. Charlie Black, AR the Prophet, ho. Deadly combo. Deadly combo. Black Prophet, Charlie Black, AR the Prophet.
AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. Hold up, I don't think they heard me. I said, AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. Hey yo, turn me up a little. We good. AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. It's been long overdue, I know the streets been waiting. Which takes a lot of patience, cause you never rush straight. This was for the record, but going down history in the making. AR the Prophet, Charlie Black, a deadly combination. It's been long overdue, I know the streets been waiting. Which takes a lot of patience, cause you never rush straight. This was for the record, but going down history in the making. First it was Elijah Muhammad, now we the honorable Black Prophet. We been in our bag and out of our feelings, securing all the profit. And going outside, don't know what you hearing, so miss me with that gossip. Staying sucker free from mob shit, let someone get out of pocket. Whoa, we come from different walks of life, but relate to the same cause. Fight and live a fight, laid up behind them hospital walls. They focus like a face, but like syringes sharper than a knife. Take a cookie from the jar, grind it, wrap it in the raw. YBT would stay loyal, no damn miss a prop. Shots to my producers, King Jones, it's a hop. y'all with the alley-oop, I threw him up a lob. Far from a corny nigga, I'm the hottest out of cop. I had to boss up for a check, move my fam up out the Jets, draft some key players in my set, sauce with a blue cheese dabber ranch. I am a club member, you a guest. Speak of my name, better put respect. Step up to me, got a couple right. Fuck who got now, or who got up next? Yeah. Hey y'all, the Prophet Charlie Black, a deadly combination. It's been long overdue, I know the streets been waiting. Which takes a lot of patience, cause you never rush greatness. This was for the record, but going down history in the making. Hey y'all, the Prophet Charlie Black, a deadly combination. It's been long overdue, I know the streets been waiting. Which takes a lot of patience, cause you never rush greatness. This was for the record, but going down history in the making.
Hey, y'all, the Prophet Charlie Black. Black Prophet, that's a fact. Went down in history and it's a fact. It's a deadly combo, niggas know that. Prophet, that's a fact. Black Prophet, from the bottom of the map. It's Atlanta, Georgia to Florida. We up in them waters, it's on, bruh. Black Prophet, that's a fact. Deadly combination, y'all got it that. They ain't ready for that shit, Charlie Black. Let's give it to him, bro. Welcome. Black Prophet. Yeah. Two young brothers from the same struggle, from the same blood, from the same mother. Black Prophet, that's a fact. AR and Charlie Black, boy, that's some crack. Black Prophet, now that's a fact. AR and Charlie Black, but we back to back. Black Prophet, it's a deadly combo. I know. Deadly combo. Charlie Black, AR the Prophet.